Holy hell, just some guy is here. Yeah, just some guy.
Whoa.
Guys, so I had to mute myself because a spider
Nasser,
ran
mute
across
yourself
my
right
desk.
now. Would you just be quiet? Just some guy. Hi.
I can't find it. I don't know where the spider
Jesus
went.
Christ.
Now I'm scared.
You're getting muted. Seriously. I'm trying to introduce the guest that I'm actually waiting for. Just some guy.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just Some Guy is one of my favorite YouTubers. The quality of his videos and his insight into comic book related events and pop culture is unrivaled. Waiting to hear Just Some Guy's commentary about anything, about any controversial comic book related event or news story is incredible. It's worth your time. It's absolutely worth your time. So, hi, welcome, Just Some Guy.
Hi, thanks for having me on. I happen to be awake and around when you guys are on, so I'm like, maybe I should jump on real quick and talk about you trashing my favorite Superman movie and my favorite Superman. How dare you? How dare you? I'm kidding. My favorite Superman is Christopher Reeve, after whom I like to say I was named, but I'm actually named after Christopher Christopherson. So that's unfortunate.
Well, listen, Just Some Guy. I mean, just so that we're clear, are you telling me that you don't agree that Henry Cavill, is the worst Superman that's ever been?
It's not his fault. It's Zack Snyder's fault and David Goyer's fault. Because Henry Cavill is a really good actor. I've seen him on the Tudors. He was awesome. So I was really excited when he was going to be Superman, because I'm like, I've seen him at his best. And then we got this script and this director who just wanted to be dour and emo and didn't want to let him smile or have color. And, this is what you got.
It's dreadful. Dreadful.
Right.
Who's to blame? So you're saying Zack Snyder is to blame. Do you hold him responsible?
Yeah, I think for whatever reason, Warner Brothers picked him to do this thing. I said that in my video that I did about why these movies bombed, that they wanted to do that sort of Christopher Nolan fantasy made real. And if you want to do that, you need to pick a director who does that. And Zack Snyder doesn't do that. So he was the wrong choice for that particular thing. And then what you got was just a character that almost got where he needed to be and then just fell apart. And then you got a whole movie that had nothing to do with what they should have done, which is just make the sequel and then fix it. Then you can go ahead and do everything else. Instead, they let him do Batman versus Superman and then the death of Superman and cram all the Justice League in there. Then they did the Justice League movie and fired him off of that. So it's like, okay, you screwed it up. It's not my fault. Now you got to fix it, and you can't fix it.
Just Some Guy. I have bad news for you. Apparently, the Flash movie is still on the dockets. With what's his name? What is his name?
Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller. Why is his name Ezra? What is this? 1850? Why is his name Ezra?
That sounds a little bigoted to me.
It is. It is bigoted. Thank you. So Ezra Miller, still going to be on the still in the dockets to play Barry Allen Flash. How do you feel about that?
I did not like him as the Flash at all. That's not Barry Allen. I mean, it's like a low rent Wally West at best. And I wasn't very pleased with that at all. And I thought they were going to do Flashpoint, and then they scrapped that. So they're going to do something else. I'm like, you should do Flashpoint, because then you can do a reboot and fix it. But now you've ridden yourselves out of your own fix. It's like, how do you continue to fuck this up? I don't understand.
I don't understand either, and I wish they would do something about it.
They could hire Bruce Timm and Paul Dini and let them do it, because they gave us the greatest Justice League on TV ever. So let them do it. Let them fix it.
That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I like Paul Dini. Last time I saw Paul Dini, I was in San Francisco, and I got in an elevator with him. I said, "Hey, Paul Dini." He said, "Oh, hey, Ethan." And I was like, "Whoa, this guy knows my name." And he said, and I said, "Hey, I just saw," and this will tell you what year this was. I said, "Hey, that season premiere of Lost, what is that in the woods? Is that a dinosaur?" And he said, "It's not a dinosaur. It's something much more organic to the woods. And I went, oh. And that was the last time I spoke to Paul Dini. So what was that, 2004? Just Some Guy? What do you think that was?
That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was like right after the premiere of Lost. Yeah, Paul Dini. Can you imagine? Why not hire these people who love these superheroes? Why not do that? Why not get people who aren't so dark in their hearts? By the way, Zack Snyder, God bless him. Has he ever done a movie that I like?
Did you like Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah.
Did you like 300?
No. Dawn of the Dead. No, hated it. Dawn of the Dead's tricky because I love Dawn of the Dead, most of it. But who wrote Dawn of the Dead? Somebody corrupt wrote it, because it has a lot of icky stuff in it. Like it has a lot of icky stuff in it. You're watching Dawn of the Dead, and you're like, yeah, I'm digging this opening scene with the suburbs. I like the idea of the nurse coming home. She wants to watch American Idol with her boyfriend and snuggle. I'm like, that's what I do all the time. I get off of work, I snuggle my wife, and watch watch Lost with my wife, and all that, and drink a beer. And so I could completely relate to the opening. He becomes a zombie. Love that. Love driving away. Now it got really trashy and weird at the point where you realize that everyone in the mall hates each other. Like they're all terrible people.
Yeah.
They're all terrible people.
Sounds about right.
It says James Gunn wrote it.
James Gunn wrote it. Thank you.
Oh.
I knew it was a deviant. I knew it was a degenerate. James Gunn. That makes complete and total sense. Wow. James Gunn. Ethan, look at the chat. Why? What's going on with the chat? What's up? What's up? We got 650 people watching. James. Oh, everyone's saying James Gunn. James Gunn. So they all knew. James Gunn wrote Dawn of the Dead, and Zack Snyder directed it. Can you imagine?
I'm over there.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Hey, I guess so. Art will be here soon.
Okay, well, I'm going to kick Nasser, though. Let me mute Nasser again for everyone's amusement. Everyone is saying mute and kick Nasser, and I've never been in more agreement. We're going to mute him. I've got Just Some Guy here. I wanted to get Just Some Guy on my channel for a year, and now he's here, and Nasser won't shut the fuck up. Just Some Guy.
Yes.
Now that you know that James Gunn wrote Dawn of the Dead, what is come into focus for you?
That, as is typical, I end up liking something that is created by somebody. It turns out to be a little scummy, but that happens. There's nothing I can do. I already like the movie.
Yeah. I had the same criticism, by the way, of diversity in comics is Iron Sights. A few pages got released. Gail Simone was making fun of them. Listen, Gail Simone should not be making fun of anybody's writing. She shouldn't be making fun of anyone's writing at all, ever, for any reason. But Zack's pages were full of characters that were like hateful. They hated each other. Everyone's saying awful, disgusting things to one another. That was kind of what my feeling was about Dawn of the Dead. You watch it the first time, you go, yeah, this is good. Watch it a couple more times and just notice how inhumane everyone is to each other.
Oh, I thought that the first time around. I kind of figured that was going to happen just from the tone of the film starting off. Mm-hmm. I figured it was going to go in that direction. So, it fit it. I understood what he was going for. I found it enjoyable because I like that idea that people are a little bit grimy in these types of situations. That didn't bother me, but that kind of film does not translate very well to like a DC kind of thing. And so when you have a director who does that, and then Zack Snyder's good when everything is there for him. So like Watchmen, everything was more or less there for him, so he didn't really have to do much. And then with 300, same thing. It's pretty much there. He did that Owl movie too that I never saw, something with the Guardians of the whatever complex title it was. But that was already done. It's when he has to come up with it on his own, like with what's the name of that movie he did? Sucker Punch. My God, that movie was terrible.
Degenerate and awful. It made you feel bad about yourself.
The trailer was awesome. Like the trailer was like the hotness, but then you watch the movie and you're like, you showed everything that was good in the trailer. I don't.
Yeah,
need to
I watched the
this.
whole movie for that. It was gorgeous. He's a great cinematographer.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, don't let him near a script at all.
Yeah, I agree. Some guy, have you seen CyberFrog Blood Honey?
I've seen it. I haven't had a chance to order anything because my money has been ridiculously tight.
I'm going to send you one. Don't worry about it. You're just some guy. You don't have to buy one. I will send you one. I would like your review, and I would like you to be brutally honest.
Oh,
you know?
well, I'm always brutally honest.
Yeah, I'd like you to roast it even.
No, I won't roast it if it's good. If it's good, then there's no problem. I expect it to be good though. I know what your quality is. So I've never read anything of yours that was terrible.
Well, you never read anything that I wrote though, so that's the problem, I mean,
okay, that's true. You got me there.
It's gonna look good. It'll look as good as it, as my other stuff does. But yeah, I'm hoping it'll read well too. You never know. All right, let's go. Let's look at another article here. This is important. Kevin Smith shares insane Star Wars 9 theory about Rey's mom with J.J. Abrams. Yeah, what do you think of this? By the way, Kevin Smith, congratulations on the weight loss. Whatever you're doing, it's working. I'm almost
eating
afraid
potatoes. He was on Joe Rogan's show a couple of months ago, and he spilled the beans on his diet. He got put on this weird diet where he only ate potatoes for like a week or so, and he added in food every week, and it just helped him lose weight. It was insane.
Yeah,
but
it's
he's
Penn Jillette's diet. Penn Jillette Penn Jillette lost 90 pounds in 90 days on this diet he developed.
Yeah, but he looks weird, and he shouldn't have lost that weight. Penn Jillette looks like a deflated.
Well, that's because he did it as in his 60s. He lost it, so his skin had no elasticity. I think Kevin's probably still in his 40s.
Yeah. By the way, Shannon Doherty. Can you see Shannon Doherty down here, or is everybody covered up? Can you see the picture of Shannon Doherty at the bottom?
I can see her. What's wrong with her lip? It's like
it's everything, dude. I want to see. You know what? This is going to sound morbid. Don't take this the wrong way. When she dies.
Oh, how can we not take that the wrong way?
Now listen, hear me out. Hear me out. Should I blow this up? Is this going to be porn?
Probably. Do it.
I can't do that. It says ads by Gum Gum. That sounds scary. If you can see her down here. If you could see her down here, you can see that this eye is 3 inches higher than her other eye. Okay.
Yeah, her whole face looks like it's sliding off on the
That's
right
because
side.
she hit a goose on a roller coaster. No,
that's not true. There's no evidence of that. That was Fabio. Shannon Doherty has no such excuse. I don't mean to be rude.
Picasso painting.
Yes. I want to see her skull. Now, I'm not. I'm not a serial killer. I'm not a weirdo. Nasser might be. I'm not. I'm none of these things. But I still, I gotta see what her skull looks like. Don't you? In a way.
What if you paid her some money and get an X-ray of her skull, and then you can hang it up on your wall?
Her face looks normal.
What are you?
No, it does not.
Maybe that's a weird picture of her there.
No, she's had.
Her face is
asymmetrical.
You can only see half her face. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Make sure your head is straight up and down, Nasser, not tilted.
Dude, have you not noticed that ever since 90210?
Yeah, she's had
freaking
always.
Heathers.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be rude. I'm not insulting her. I'm just saying it is something else. Like it really is. It's upsetting. I mean, it's unsettling. Once you notice it, you can't stop noticing it about her. And she was really rude to me. I don't mind pointing out her shortcomings. She was very rude to me at a convention one time in Chicago. Very rude indeed.
Were you taking upskirt shots of her?
So, be polite.
That's her best angle.
Yeah. that wasn't
you don't see her weird eyes.
James S. That's awful. I didn't mean any of that. I just went along with a stupid joke. That's not where I'm coming from.
I know what happened. I know exactly what happened to her. She had an eyelid problem, and to replace the eyelid, they actually used a donated foreskin, and that's why. I'm seriously, and that's why she's a little cockeyed.
That was a perverted dad joke. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Just some guy, Doug TenNapel, the creator of Earthworm Jim.
Oh, I heard. I heard that. I heard it live. I went and got up and washed my hands out of disgust.
So gross.
Like, come on, man, wash your hands.
Think about your fingernails. Like, it's bad. Your hands are bad enough. Think about up under your nails. Like, you don't wash your hands. I mean, the bacteria, the scum.
He has to have stink finger.
Stink finger.
He's got stink finger times 10.
Oh yeah. All right, Doug said we're jerks. He said we're jerks.
Sorry.
Doug might be watching now, and he might not be able to get in. That's fine. Like this article here. Kevin Smith shares insane Star Wars 9 theory about Rey's mom. Haven't we all? With J.J. Abrams. Look at him. He looks good. Kevin Smith loves Star Wars just as much, about as much as anyone. From time to time, he likes to speculate about what we could see happen in future movies, just like the rest of us fans do. Recently, on an episode of Fat Man on Batman podcast, Smith shared a theory about Star Wars 9 that he and one of his friends cooked up, and it's absolutely insane. Whether or not it actually holds any water is up for debate, but at least it's worth listening to. Now, this is insane. It was recently announced that the Clone Wars TV series is coming back. As the trailer revealed, Ahsoka Tano is making it back to the small screen once more. We know that Kerry Russell has been cast to play a mystery role in Star Wars 9. Kevin Smith pondered a thought and wondered, what if Russell is playing Ahsoka? But the theory doesn't stop there. Here's what he and his producer buddy, Brian Volk-Weiss, cooked up. Is it Brian Volk-Weiss? I think so. We were talking about Clone Wars. How does Kevin Smith sound? I can't do Kevin Smith's voice, but I'll give him dignity. I don't think he's like a fembot or anything. So we were talking about Clone Wars coming back, and I said to him, I got a theory that's the way to start introducing Ahsoka slowly into the live action movies by bringing her back prominently in the cartoon. Because now that they don't have Princess Leia stories to tell, they need another strong female. What's wrong with Rose Tico? Why couldn't Rose Tico fill that role, Kevin Smith?
Because she's a sex offender. Start with that one.
She's not. Rose Tico was in a. Because
I believe that kiss was unwarranted and unasked for.
Well, it was definitely unasked
for. Heroic suicide. She interrupts him so she could give him the most awkward kiss ever.
Well, I'm not arguing with you that I don't think it was was it a Me Too moment? I mean, it's.
He didn't say yes. She didn't have his consent. That's rape.
It is rape. Okay, all right. that's rape culture. You're exactly right. I can't deny it. But
certainly, I rape.
You know what? I have to admit, just some guy, you've given me pause to think because, I always thought I looked at it this way. I said, well, she saved his life, and therefore she's entitled to a little something, right?
No. He was trying to save everyone, and she stopped him.
And she cost the life of Luke Skywalker, didn't she?
Yes. Well, no.
Yeah,
that was Rian Johnson. Well, he didn't really fight.
Well, what I'm saying is, if it wasn't for the fact that Rose Tico prevented Finn from sacrificing himself to stop the First Order, Luke Skywalker never would have had to have shown up and given his life to the sky.
That's true.
So Rose Tico actually killed Luke Skywalker. Don't think for a minute that Rose Tico isn't going to come back as a Sith Lord in Episode 9. That is inevitable.
Yes, what Rian Johnson did to her it gets worse and worse upon examination. First, they made the only Asian person crash their car into another person. Then they make her a rapist as well. I mean, how much does this guy hate the Vietnamese? Was his father John,
Mark Wade?
Yeah, his father must have been John McCain or something.
Oh wow!
Ooh, we reached that level right there. I'll tell you. Yeah. Well.
Cecil, God bless you.
So anyway, I was thinking maybe they're doing that so they can slowly bring her into the movies, and then Brian blows my fucking mind by going, maybe that's who Kerry Russell's playing, and then I said, "What the fuck, man? I want to see your version of Star Wars." Then I was like, no, that can't be it. I think Kerry Russell probably plays Rey's mom. Then he fucking drops the bomb and goes, what if it's the same person? What if Ahsoka is Rey's mama? Now let's have a look. Look at
that. She has a good thing. Yeah.
But who's her dad? How do you know that she's not half, but she just takes after her dad?
All the way?
Yeah.
Pretty well.
You're a Jet all the way.
Well, you know,
I'm
you haven't
some
seen
bigotry going around.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, maybe you don't even know what's going on underneath this. This could all be. I don't want to say anything, but I mean, just because her face looks like this, maybe she's got a tentacle coming. I don't know. I'm not sure. A bomb that would be indeed. For one, fans have been dying to see Ahsoka Tano make the jump to live action for a very long time. With the Resistance in need of any help it can get. Yeah, because that right now at this point, the trailer for Star Wars: The Resistance on YouTube has 12,000 likes and 100,000 dislikes. I mean, the bar that looks like a lightsaber right now in terms of yeah, not good. Let's see. So with the Resistance need of any help they can get, what if Ahsoka comes out of hiding to fight the good fight? We know, thanks to the end of Star Wars Rebels, that Anakin Skywalker's former Padawan made it beyond the events of Return of the Jedi alive. Then throw in the bombshell of her being Rey's mom. That would be insane. But as Kevin Smith further explains, it would also be spitting in the face of what Rian Johnson established in The Last Jedi. Oh, I like it even more then. Despite that, Smith went ahead and brought it up to J.J. Abrams anyway. See, this is the thing. I mean, he can call up J.J. Abrams. So instantly, I wrote to J.J. Abrams, you must do this. Could you imagine? That would be fucking wild. I don't think it is, but that was one of the...
Uh-oh.
Are you
What
kidding
happened?
me? It just crashed.
Wow.
All right, yeah. It said reload. I reloaded it. I was terrified that porn was going to come up. At any
We
minute,
weren't. We wanted to see it.
Pop up porn. Well, that would be the end of my YouTube account. That's that's not what I. Anyway, I don't think it is, but that was one of the greatest fan theories I've ever heard about it. Wouldn't that be hot? Not only is Ahsoka in these movies, but she's fucking Rey's mom. She's fucking Rey's mom.
What if Jar Jar is her father?
Now that is a good fan theory. By the way, don't think for a minute. Pablo Hidalgo mentioned Jar Jar Binks yesterday. He said, "Do you want a spoiler alert about Episode 9? Jar Jar Binks." And I went, "What the hell? Like, is he talking?"
What if
Jar Jar
the
Binks?
last Star
No.
Wars movie is just like a Jar Jar, like, hot flash?
Could be.
He's just having like a weird nightmare, and that's what this whole thing is.
Yes, he wakes up screaming, "It's a no, Ray!"
By the way, look at this worst coloring book in the galaxy. So I guess I'm done. Yeah, there aren't. Well, you could color the floor, honestly, and real colorists would get in there and color the stormtroopers' uniform with some grays and blues, highlights and things. So I would look inward, Movie Web, and I'll bet that's B. Allen Orange that posted that. He's got no imagination. Not okay. So apparently Ahsoka is fucking Rey's mom. I don't know where that fits in. And somewhere Rian Johnson's like, "What the fuck?" I said no. I said they were trash. Kevin Smith uses the fuck word a lot. You notice that?
Yeah.
How he got his start at Clerks. That was how he made his. He had it was almost rated X just from dialogue.
Is it because all he eats is potatoes?
Not then. All he ate then was everything but healthy food.
Yeah. Bagel Goose, $2. Rey is Jar Jar after a sex change confirmed. That is not true. That is not a potential Star Wars spoiler. Oh god, it's Venom. I'll watch this. As fans know, Rian Johnson established that Rey's parents were nobody junk traders who sold their daughter off for drinking money. This, according to Kylo Ren. There has been plenty of speculation that Kylo was only saying this to mess with Rey's mind. This is such a well-written article. And that J.J. Abrams, who is filming Star Wars Plan 9 currently, could establish his own parentage for the young Jedi. Will that involve Ahsoka Tano as played by Kerry Russell? Almost certainly not, but it's fun to think about. Why would it be fun to think about if it's not true? Why would that be fun? You can check out the full episode of Fat Man on Batman over at the Kevin Smith YouTube channel for yourself below. Let me see Venom real quick. This is going to... Oh, I don't want to... For God's sake. It closed out Venom before I could even watch the trailer. What do you guys think of that? How do you feel about Ahsoka making her way into the real Star Wars movies? Such as there?
I like it.
I like Ahsoka.
I think
I wanted
Snoke
to see her
planted
get
that
jumped.
information in Kylo's mind, though, because he did take credit for like all of that cross-dimensional whatever image,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
People are saying there is no salvaging Star Wars Episode 9. People are saying no, they don't want it. They don't want Ahsoka. They don't want Ahsoka. Star Wars fans from Comic Artist Pro Secrets do not want Ahsoka ruined by J.J. Abrams. Yes,
I'm already disgusted because they got rid of the expanded universe, and I loved all that stuff. So it's like whatever you're doing anyway, you're already pissed me off, and now you just make it worse. Don't bring her in. Leave her where she's still good. Leave her out of this.
Well, what are they going to do then? Because they, first of all, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers is in love with Ahsoka, so he might. But then you'd have to say, yeah, but Ahsoka looks like Kerry Russell, and that's kind of a downer. Like you'd want her to look a little hotter than that if you were in love with Ahsoka.
But she's older. She'd be older now, so you can't.
She'd be like in her 60s, wouldn't she? By that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe her race doesn't age as quickly. I don't know.
Well, she was like an adult in Rebels. She was like middle age in Rebels, so clearly she's aging relatively normal.
Are you saying that Kerry Russell is like an old lady?
She had to play an old lady.
No, she plays like mothers. She's on The Americans now. Is that still on?
No, it was the last season. It was good though.
Oh yeah, she's like mother age now. So.
Super Cormy says, so Ahsoka is a deadbeat mom. Sounds like Disney's really an established character. They might do it. Super Cormy, you're exactly right. And that's a good thing to point out. I hope Disney doesn't do that, but you can't stop them. They have no morality. They, of course, they don't care about parents sticking around. They're going to do it. I honestly don't think that they care. Like, they wouldn't look at it as disgracing Ahsoka, not at all. Like that doesn't occur to them. They're quick to disgrace all their characters.
Yeah, I was about to say, have they thought about not disgracing any of them so far? So everybody's game now.
Well, they've disgraced. Okay, so they disgraced Han Solo in The Force Awakens. They disgraced Chewbacca in the Force Awakens by making him. He used to be a ride or die, but then he was anyone's bitch. He was just like co-pilot of the Millennium Falcon.
That is a good question though. Why did Rey get the Millennium Falcon? Why didn't Chewbacca get it?
That's a good question.
Because Chewbacca doesn't have the vagina. That's it.
Well, we don't know. There's a lot of carpet on there.
Now he doesn't wear any underwear, so I'm imagining he sort of has like the lipstick thing, like a dog, where it comes out.
The lipstick
thing.
Man. You twist it, and then it pops out.
Yeah, you twist it, the little red thing comes out.
Yeah.
Come on.
And then you do your lips with it.
Millennial flament.
That's just Wookiee love, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Bee Gees song.
Or from Greece, Wookiee Lovin' Had Me a Blast. It happens so fast.
I mean, he doesn't. Would you want to sit on a seat after him?
Just imagine his dingleberries.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, we've seen Robbie Rodriguez, and that's not,
the crazies are running the asylum now.
That was a matted, hairy mess, and he's got what? 1/100th of what Chewbacca's going on. Chewbacca's taint has got more hair than my entire head.
Oh God!
And that's just taint.
Ethan finally died.
Now, do any of you think Han Solo ever tricked anybody into sniffing Chewbacca's seat?
When they were really drunk.
Like as a joke. Like, oh, I just cleaned these seats. Smell it. And then it's like, oh, shit. That's Chewbacca's seat, you asshole. Like that. That's what I would have.
That's sick.
I heard everything that you guys said.
I didn't say anything.
Hello, everyone. I'm back. Sorry, I don't know what happened. I was talking, and then the stream froze, and I was
You're a boomer. That's what happened.
Well, I mean, that's what everyone says, but I bought a new computer. I don't know why this is a thing. I don't know why this should still be a problem, but it is. It is a problem every single day.
Did you spill your Ensure on it?
You drink Ensure?
No.
No, I do. So I have to.
Oh, damn, Art. Okay.
So that's right, Cecil. So eat it. It's good enough for just some guy. It's good enough for me.
Sorry, I know I'm the dick, huh?
Now you are the dick.
But somebody in the chat mentioned, does Chewbacca lift his leg when he pees, or does he stand up straight like a man?
I don't know.
Well, if he stands up, he's just dripping all over himself.
That's what I'm thinking. It's gotta get soggy, no?
He's probably squats.
I think lifting a leg is really his only bet to get it clear of the fur. Yeah, I go with that.
Yeah.
Apparently, they tossed the expanded universe completely because they wanted to retcon Chewie's death, killed by a moon. So they bring him back, and turn him into a moving prop with no depth. That is how Chewbacca is.
His death in the expanded universe, though, was actually kind of sad and really kind of cool because he sacrificed himself to save Anakin Solo. And he literally like lifts the kid up onto the Falcon at the last minute and like roars when he dies. So he's like, yeah, you know, F you too, I'm dying. He doesn't care. He's trying to save his friend's kid. And then it gives this nice, really great sort of long moment where Han resents Anakin for like a couple of weeks over Chewie's death. And so they have this little divide they have to overcome. It was over a bunch of books. That was like really good storytelling. Instead, you just kill him on the bridge and don't let us have any moments with him. And the only people who mourn him are people who don't know him.
Yeah.
Well, I heard from Mike Zero that Rian Johnson is going to kill Chewie in the next one. He's going to have his fur get caught in an escalator and just be having to.
It's a potential spoiler.
He's trying to come up with the most degrading death possible for him, and that would be it. His fur just being ripped off his body into an escalator.
Mike Zero's not playing around anymore. He's had enough. Bagel Goose $2. Chewie's PP would extend erect like a whale's to pee. I don't know. Oh, great. Doug TenNapel's here. Doug, hi. Nobody was saying bad things about you.
All good. All good. You guys, you're not doing your job. You're not doing your job.
All right, they were. Some of them were saying bad things about you, I confess. They were saying, thank God Doug's not here with his filthy hands. And I said, you guys, Doug washed his hands today. I watched him do it.
I heard that he couldn't get on the show because the CDC took his keyboard.
It's true. There were a bunch of men that came to my door that just had soap.
It looked like that. It looked like tea when those guys showed up. They were
it was like a waterboarding, only it was a handboarding.
Wait here for your keyboard.
Somebody in the chat sees Doug and just says shit. That's the state of things, Doug. That's where you've driven these people, our customers, our subscribers.
Doug, I do have a question for you because you are the Bigfoot expert, and
yes, my friend.
Chewie is the closest thing to Bigfoot that I could think of.
Sure.
His cock, is it hanging free, or is it like a dog, like a lipstick thing that comes out?
Oh wow! I
you don't have to answer this, Doug.
No, he does. This is important.
No, because I'm really into like biology and animal anatomy and all
genitals.
That stuff. And genitals. They put enough hair hanging down there that he could have exposed junk, like more like a person. He's an ensouled being, so I don't think he's full on animal. So, but think he's in very cold conditions, and he does have a wet nose. He has a wet nose that's very doggish.
But cold conditions, you don't want a lot of extremities, so you would keep it inside of you.
Well, but even human beings have the retraction thing. So. Right. I'm just saying,
not
dude,
Bryce.
in the winter, you can almost feel it in the back of your head. Probably, yeah, I just think the dog lipstick
I don't want to think about that too long, Doug.
I was in the lipstick thing is too anatomically correct, too gross, too dog, and just in the way of that Lucas probably thought of things in the sense of appeal and commercial. I would guess he's got regular humble man junk down there covered with enough hair that you'd never see it. Maybe if he was in the shower, maybe when he did that shower scene, maybe, but I think I imagine man junk.
Why are you imagining it?
Well, I'm just saying the reason why Cecil's going with dog lipstick, right, is because he likes the horror of it. I'm saying that's exactly why Lucas wouldn't do it, right? He wouldn't
I do like the horror. I think Lucas should put out they should put out a toy where you press the button on the back and the little red thing comes out the front.
It's like it's Chewbacca biology toy.
But it has to twirl as it comes out. It has to twirl like lipstick. Yeah.
Like, wouldn't it be fun to see before Chewie goes to sleep, like he walks in a circle, then lays down, you know?
Yes.
That's too cute.
That'd be a great gag, though, right? He walks in a little circle and then curls up.
This is so bad, dude. This is so bad. I don't want to talk about this. But just some guys here, and all right, here we go.
What are you blaming me for? Okay, let's see.
I'm saying I have to because you're here, so I might as well. Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy trailer, characters, cast, release date, plot, spoilers, and everything you need to know. This has to be a garbage tier fake article.
Yeah.
This cannot be real. Look at the man's round head. It is perfectly round. It is a perfect circle. Opening crawl. The Skywalkers are gone. Screw you. What happened to your nail? What happened here? Bastard. I hate this dude.
It's black nail polish. He's taking the first step to goth.
Oh, I hate this dude so much, dude.
The Church of Satan.
Not since the arrival of Jar Jar Binks has so much venom been associated with Star Wars, and we know how unfair that was. It's safe. No, it wasn't, dude. It's safe to say some corners of the fandom were unhappy at how Star Wars The Last Jedi turned out. No, I think the center was unhappy. The very corners were the ones who are pretending to like it.
Yeah.
Even the prequels didn't have fans petitioning for the movies to be removed from the canon and remade.
It tells you how shitty these movies were.
Do you understand? Like they think they're like the fans have become poisonous. No, the fans have not become poisonous. You let this round-headed buffoon come in here and do whatever he wanted. He fucked up Star Wars single-handedly. Why did he do it? Because Kathleen Kennedy's like, I don't know. He just makes me feel comfortable. She fires 5 other male directors, and she's given this guy 4 Star Wars movies, according to this. And it's not true. He's not doing it anymore. So that Matt Chapman, why are you screwing with me? This guy, Matt Chapman, right here. Why? I know this. Listen, just some guy. These people actually write articles just to screw with my YouTube channel. Did you know that?
Oh, I'm aware. I'm aware. They seem to rejoice in getting under your skin.
All right. So this whole article is going to be content free. It's going to be fact free, and it's been written by this fellow Matt Chapman, who I don't know, just to annoy me. So here we go.
But he won't name sources. He won't name sources.
No, there aren't any sources. Soylo, a Soy Wars story, didn't help matters. While early reports suggested it would lose Disney a lot of money, it has since limped close to the $400 million mark at the worldwide box office. That makes it far from a bomb. Wrong, douchebag. Wrong. Don't you understand? Rogue One made, look at this, $1.6 billion. Solo should have been similar. $400 million.
Yeah, like half of that they spent on marketing.
Half of it spent on marketing, half of it on the budget. They don't get the full ticket sales. I mean, that's
so they lost money.
Outrageous. That's a bomb.
They lost at least 80 million. I don't know why people like Matt Chapman lie. I don't know why they lie. Has the franchise finally jumped one of those mega sharks that lives underwater in Naboo? Not quite. Yes, it has. Even before Last Jedi was released, the studio announced it had signed up its director Rian Johnson to create a brand new trilogy of films. That Disney, how does Rian Johnson feel when he sees these articles? This has got to rub it in a little bit. Disney streaming service will also be your go-to place to watch the Star Wars TV shows, and the reason why is because did you know this, Doug? Disney doesn't even own the first 6 Star Wars movies.
Right, that's Fox, right?
No, it's Turner. Turner owns all.
Oh, you're talking about the TV rights.
Yeah, the TV broadcast rights, the broadcast rights. So, Disney's doing a streaming service that counts as broadcast. They don't even have the first 6 Star Wars movies, and they went in there and tried to buy them back. And Turner said, "Screw you! You can't get them back until 2024."
Wow.
So, I mean, they're going to try to launch a streaming service. They need Star Wars content, so they're inventing it. With
Star Wars content.
And I hate to say it, but all the new content, I just feel like even with the Clone Wars stuff, as much as I thought it was cute and I liked it and stuff, my kids like it, it just feels junkier. It's not as clear. It's just a little more cluttered.
Yeah.
So all the new stuff they do, they can't reduce it down to that Lucas in 1977 when he was barely able to pull off a Star Wars, right? It's pretty scant. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to tell long form stories. That's kind of the problem. Because if you read the expanded universe stuff,
Hope you're
really
cutting out, buddy.
hard. I am. Can you hear me now?
If
Yeah.
you read the Lucasfilm, the expanded universe stuff, then we lost you.
Oh, okay. If you read the Lucasfilm, the expanded universe stuff, they have the same problem. Like it gets long form and then they lose it. So if you do the short stuff, I think you can stick to it, but they don't want to do that. Like if you made it episodic and you made it like a serial, then I think it would work better.
And everything beyond those first three, the first three are brilliantly reduced. They don't need to be reduced anymore. And everything else is cluttered by comparison. Maybe Rogue One gets down in that area, but even it's a little cluttered. You know, it's just they can't replicate like 80s filmmaking, 70s, 80s filmmaking.
Yeah, one of the things I've always felt that they never really got under the skin of the characters for the newer stuff, where an audience can root for or root against the characters. I remember when I was young and the first time I saw Darth Vader, and anytime you saw Darth Vader after that, you know, you feared for the protagonist. I mean, Kylo Ren hasn't really even come close to being an antagonist that you fear for the protagonist's life. So if you don't do these basic storytelling elements, make a villain that scares you, make a protagonist that you can root for and that you want to root for and want them to overcome these challenges, then it just becomes fluff, and then it just becomes spectacle without the story.
Well, they ruined Kylo when they took his mask off.
Yes.
And they need to do
He
that.
looks
It's
so
like,
goofy without his mask. I was like, get this kid out of here.
but
He
why
was-
would you give it away? Like that was what, halfway through the movie?
Yeah,
Like,
it was.
you
Yeah,
gave it away. Like save it for the next film.
yeah. With plenty of life in the old bantha yet, here's everything you need to know about Rian Johnson's non-existent, not happening Star Wars trilogy. Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy director. This one is nailed on. How do you know Rian Johnson still wants to be a Star Wars director? He's deleted 20,000 tweets to avoid the situation James Gunn found himself in. Now, that is a great observation. I made this observation when he did it. People were making videos about it. Like, what's up, man? I guess, I said, no, this is bad news. This is not good news, because we are under the impression that this guy has been fired. He's going with Kathleen Kennedy. He's not going to get to make his trilogy. If that were the case, why would he delete 20,000 tweets? So that Disney probably, told everybody to do that. That is evidence that Rian Johnson's trilogy is still happening, or there's some really scummy stuff in there.
Ethan, how many tweets are you going to have to delete when they have you direct a Star Wars movie?
Zero. Somebody found another tweet from 2012 where I told a dude to kill himself. And I was like, damn. I was in a political argument with somebody, and I said, kill yourself for the commissar or something like that. And I was like, Jesus Christ. So that's twice that I've told people to kill themselves.
I'm just happy you were backing Obama with such fervor.
Yeah, so that's
telling people to kill themselves.
So I did it twice, and you know what's funny is it's like they're in my social media. They're going backwards, and they found that. I mean, they're in 2012 and still looking, and there's nothing. There's nothing in there that I need to be worried about. Johnson, these guys. When Twitter came out, did everyone just act like a nut or what? I mean, have you seen Mundane Matt's tweets?
Yeah, he was pretty much he was doing the edgelord shtick early on.
I was doing a lot of that too early on. I had to delete a lot of those. I canned a lot of my early tweets. Yeah, I was just trashing, just like a total troll with my real name, kind of doing it wrong.
Yeah, he was like perverted, like degenerate stuff, like really disgusting, like with animals and tasting yourself and so on and so forth. Anyway, Johnson also hasn't been put off by the kerfuffle over The Last Jedi or the so-called failings of Star Wars or Solo, a Star Wars story. Yes, he has. If anything, he's enthused to bring a new trilogy to the screen and won't be swayed by the hardcore fans. Here's a quote. I mean, I feel like every Star Wars thing that ever gets made has a big, loud response because Star Wars fans are passionate, and that's what makes them awesome. Johnson.
Johnson spend.
Yeah, dude, you don't think the fans are awesome at all. You're flipping this off right now. I seen it. You put out a big 3-minute video of a middle finger when someone criticized The Last Jedi and called everyone an asshole. If you're really telling a story you care about and having it coming from your heart, it's just not possible to be intellectually processing what everyone else wants, and nor would it be a good thing, a healthy thing. I don't think that's a good way to tell a story. Maybe it's a good idea to think about what other people want when you're making a Star Wars film, a multi-billion-dollar franchise, you clown.
You don't want to see what comes from my heart.
I know.
He just made a Care Bear quote. That's a Care Bears quote.
And he doesn't write from his heart. He writes from his spleen. You know that. And look at him. He looks like a dumb lollipop in a suit. Get this guy out of here. He's infuriating. Lucasfilm clearly hasn't lost faith in its Jedi. Like, you read this and certain people go, yeah, I think that's true. You should really write from your heart. That's how to tell a story.
Wrong. Lucas wrote from his wallet.
That's correct.
He knew the whole time. He was brilliant. Brain and wallet.
Bro, Matt Ryan Johnson, are you working on your new Star Wars trilogy? I'm waiting for it. Look at this. Yup, punch in the face. This is a lie. He is not working on his new movie. He's actually, point of fact, working on a murder mystery right now that he got set up for himself and was announced in order to distract people from the fact that he was supposed to be writing his trilogy, but he's not. He's not, because Kathleen Kennedy has been fired, in my opinion.
And Kathleen Kennedy doesn't have the power even to unilaterally greenlight his Star Wars films, right?
She does.
She does unilaterally,
unilaterally. She had to sit with Bob Iger, but I mean, yeah, like Ryan Johnson actually tells the story of how it went. Like, he's like, you know what my pitch meeting was? It was basically me sitting there with Kathleen Kennedy on my lap and saying, I have an idea. And this was before The Last Jedi came out, and he was just like, I have an idea. Let's just make it. I want to do a new trilogy that's not Skywalker oriented. It's just whole other characters in our big, gigantic galaxy far, far away. Different worlds, different environments. What do you say, guys? And they said, sounds good. How's a trilogy sound? And that is literally what his pitch was. And he was bragging about it. So something's wrong over there at Lucasfilm.
But does Kathleen Kennedy, and by the way, I have a lot of respect for her early work, right? She's amazing.
She got great coffee. She made great coffee.
She did. She was a receptionist, and she made it all the way up to one of the killer, powerful producers there is. But now that she has burned down Star Wars, do you think there's like pride in her where to admit that Ryan Johnson was a mistake or that Last Jedi was a mistake? Can't she? She has to keep doubling down on him now.
Well, did her paycheck change?
She could try to redeem herself. Maybe if her and Ryan were to do like a Chud trilogy or something.
Yeah. Carnivorous humanoid underground dwellers.
Ghoulies. The Return of Ghoulies.
Oh, that's...
Had this woman come over here and goof with Star Wars. Her ideas consisted entirely of, I want the heroine, I want the hero to be a woman. That's what she did. And all of her ideas ended up costing the most popular franchise in fantasy history, costing it half of the fan base at least. And she created the very first Star Wars bomb. I mean,
you really do have to give it to her. Even Lucas couldn't do that when people were hating the prequels. Even he couldn't do it.
That's true.
It's like everyone was going, like when you went to see episode 3, you knew you were going to see a shitty movie. You already knew when you were going to the theater, I'm only going to see this for the lightsaber battle. As long as that's good, I'll just deal with it. And you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, the whole thing is finally you're going to give me the lightsaber battle, but the whole last 30 minutes is going to be oh, Jesus Christ. And now they're doing, and they're doing the swinging. Like, oh, come on. No, don't do that to me. And now we got to watch Yoda jump into a car and run away. Oh, come on. And even then, the movie didn't bomb.
No.
And the floating on the lava. I didn't like that at all.
Yeah, it
didn't. It's a high crowd. I was a teenager when they came out, so that was the first time I got to see any of them in the theaters. They did the re-release in '97. I got to watch the originals then, and one guy talked through the entire part of Return of the Jedi. Just talked through the whole movie, every line, including the I love you. I know. I'm like, oh Jesus, you're gonna do the whole film. The whole film. He did the entire movie.
He was enjoying himself and ruining your good time. That's okay.
Exactly.
You know, as long as he was
But
having
when I
fun.
watched the prequels, I was like a teenager and then I went to college, so I had a little bit of a different experience with it. But Anakin, he was fine until he got to the second film, and then he became a pervert.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on. Like, I want you to think about that scene when Padme and Anakin meet again, and she's like, "Oh, Annie,
so
you've grown up."
With those
he's like-
giant cow things in the background,
Yeah.
they're sitting in that field. It's just
No.
When-
He's talking
he's
about
like-
when they
they first meet in her apartment.
He's
And
so
she's like,
yeah.
She's like, "Oh, you look so different." He's like, "You look exactly the way you look in my dreams." And the look on Natalie Portman's face, she's not acting. That's what she's like, "Oh my god, oh god, what hand?"
Call the Jedi police.
Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy plot: a brave new old world. Star Wars: The Force Awakens left many of us with big questions, and two of the biggest were: who are Rey's parents? Who the hell is Supreme Leader Snoke? And The Last Jedi happened. It turned out none of the fan mania around those questions actually mattered. Wah, wah. Consider that kind of speculation about who and what will be connected to previous movies moot, because according to the reports, the new saga will be set in a corner of the galaxy that Star Wars lore has never been explored. So basically, Ryan's not going to be able to ruin anyone else's work. He's going to be able to create his own work. Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy casting characters. What? No Skywalkers? That's right. Lucasfilm is good. This is content free. This is content free.
Yeah, no credibility. No credibility.
It hasn't said a single thing. Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy production. Is there a script yet? With one movie still to drop in the Star Wars trilogy, J.J. Abrams brings us Star Wars Episode 9. There's no movement yet on. That's correct. He hasn't done shit. Expect news on writers, producers, Abrams, we bet, and cast as soon as we hear about them. And bookmark this page. You son of a bitch. There's nothing here.
He got you. He got you.
There's nothing here. I was like, oh, is there movement about this? Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy trailer teased for a teaser. There's no brand new trailer. Screw you. Hey, what's your name again? Matt Chapman. Screw you, dude.
He got you. He got you. Click.
Look, Rian Johnson. Look, trilogy trailer, characters, cast, release date, plot spoilers, and everything you need to know. Was this a joke? Was this a joke, like deliberate, or was
There's
this
no trailer, no characters, no cast, nothing that the title promises.
It was just a bait. That's what it was.
It was a scam. Was it like a scam, or was it a joke? That's what I want to know.
I think it was a scam.
You think it was?
That's a lie. This guy, he lied.
Yeah.
Here he is, Matt Chapman. Look at him. He's up to no good. Matt Chapman. Matt Chapman. All right, we gotta write to this dude here.
Hey, he's got a good business model. You got to respect the business model.
No, I don't. I got to follow him and keep my eye on him. And then I got to actually write to him, because this is, hey, dude.
Get him on the show.
Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I'll get him on the show. Hey, dude. Nice content free. Should I be sorry? Hey, dude.
No, compliment him. Thanks for the insights.
The updates.
This is profound.
Insights.
Thanks for the exhaustive plot that you promised in the title.
I like that too. And exhaustive plot outline. Or let's tag Rian Johnson in this. Ryan. New and definitely. Whoops, I'm spelling everything wrong. Definitely not canceled. Star Wars trilogy.
You know exactly as much as you knew before you read the article.
Yeah. Pablo Hidalgo. Let's get him involved in this too. Pablo Hidalgo. Oh my God. Who is, let me put a comma here.
That article was as deep as his last movie.
Who leaked all of the spoilers?
How can this be legal?
Incredible Star Wars film to Matt Chapman. Was it, and this is of course true, Mike Zero. Mike01. Mike01.
Is there an H in Mike Zero? Oh yeah.
Yeah, there is. That's the whole weird thing about him. So let's tweet this out. I really feel bad about all this. I feel like I was mistreated. I feel like I was mistreated. How do you guys feel? Do you also feel abused and mistreated? Do you feel like suckers, or was it just me?
I feel like I'm totally up to date. I've got all the inside knowledge now.
Yeah.
I'm weaponized.
We'll have to go put it on the blog.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look.
I feel abused.
Yeah, I do feel I'm angry. I'm like angry, and I don't know how to direct it. You know what I mean?
Mostly, I'm hungry.
Who do I direct it at? I love everyone in this chat except for Nasser isn't here. I was going to say I would have used Nasser, but he's not here right now.
Damn it, Nasser, where are you when we need you?
We could put the blame on Doug's dirty hands.
Yeah.
There you go.
They still look dirty.
They're so clean. I could eat off them.
So fresh, so clean.
Dr. Meatball says this feels like teenage antics. Dude, that feels so good to hear when you're 44 years old. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Not a lot of people say that you're like a teenager anymore.
Yeah, that and we draw comic books for a living. So how grown up are we really?
That was your first hint.
Some people want me to make Mike cry. I am not here to make Mike cry all the time. And I'm definitely not going to make Mike cry when his avatar is up and not a live stream of him. That is the
point.
Yeah.
Mike does not cry on demand. We've tried that.
Hey, Cecil, can you bring out Robbie Rectum?
Don't bring out Robbie Rectum.
What are you doing? No.
JR.
Honestly, I would bring him out, but he told me he's actually disgusted by Doug.
Oh, that would make
Peter Mayer, thanks for $5. I've never seen Doug's feet. Does he have dirt clouds like Pigpen?
They're hairy.
Right. I don't know if we want to ask about that.
Gosh.
Oh, for God's sake.
Their socks. Oh, good.
That's too real for me, Doug. That's
size 15, brother.
We got
Are you serious?
I got chewy feet.
You got fins for feet.
Yeah.
Sierra Whiskey says, I met Mike Miller today. He didn't cry at all.
He did as soon as he left you. As soon as you turned the corner, man, he fell apart. He was on the ground, curled up. Dad.
Mike has a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings, and there's nothing wrong with that. People are upset. Jim N says, this guy is foul. Doug foot reveal looks like a hobo. Those used to be white socks. People are very upset with Doug every single day. I find it hard to convince people to not want to lynch Doug. I'm just like, look, he's not that bad of a guy, but no, they don't listen for the most part. They said, holy shit, Doug. There are a lot of people saying the F word when you put your feet in the camera.
Oh,
That's
wow.
probably not
You
a
can't
good
even
sign.
smell it. It smells so good in here.
Oh my God.
They don't understand. Like I'm exposed online. I'm like good and the bad. Good and the bad. This is just me. So
You're like a cam girl.
yeah. I feel like
Darth
people are being honest.
Bobcat loves Doug. And somebody else points out that they think that Mike's house might be on fire, and Mike is
Yeah,
unaware.
it looks like smoke. It looks like smoke over Mike.
Yeah, open a window.
Are you barbecuing your delicious ribs again?
I'm not going to explain myself to you people anymore.
He's seething and drawing.
Oh my God.
He looks like he's in a Ridley Scott movie.
Mike, if your house was on fire, what would you grab on your way out the door?
His kids, all 7 of them.
I'd have my kids grabbing my my artwork.
Yeah, you need to get.
Mike,
There
that
you
would
go.
suck, dude. That would
You
suck.
said you people.
Mike's
were
got his
you talking to
priorities.
Antonio and Ben. Is that who you meant?
What, Cecil?
When he said you, I don't have to explain myself to you people. Was he talking to Antonio and Ben? That's racist.
Oh, he was being racist.
You
Yeah.
people.
Oh.
I told a lot of
Every
people today.
non-Asian. That's the rest.
I
Of
heard.
every non-Asian. That's the rest.
Thank you, special guest, just some guy. Please join us more often. I enjoy you. I just want you to know you are a lot of fun, and I'm honored that you joined my stream tonight.
Well, I will if you guys, if I'm at home when you're doing it, because you guys do it like in the morning and in the afternoon, and in the
We just got
evening.
lucky today, I guess.
Yeah.
Do it, baby. Yeah.
All right. That's a good thing.